Hello everyone, this is Ramirez with Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts, and today I have something special. I have not opened it yet, but this package contains the new Koning Noblis HEMA gloves. As you all know, I'm a big fan of the five-finger gauntlets in different types for HEMA. These are meant for longsword. I have a couple of other swords here, so we're going to check out how well they fit. What's my first impressions, because obviously I haven't gotten a chance to use these yet, but they're new. St. Mark has redesigned them, and this is the newer version of the Koning. So if you've seen other reviews, this is for the Koning Noblis, which is the newest version of that glove. I've talked about in other glove videos that there are kind of three tiers. This also, because in US dollars it exceeds the $300 tier mark, I consider this a high-end glove. And just because something is high-end in terms of cost doesn't always mean that I consider it high-end in terms of quality. I've said different things about the Gabriels, which also exceed that $300 price point, and obviously then Pro Gauntlets, which you can't get anymore. So these you can get. I got an email, and this email came 2 days after these shipped, that said that if you are going to SoCal 2025, SoCal Sword Fight, there is a vendor, I believe it's Manticore Forge, who will have these available to test. Not necessarily to buy. I suspect that he'll have several sizes available for you to try on. They may be selling them. If they are, that wasn't in the email. St. Mark's does say they have some left in stock, but if you go to their website, which I will link below, it says they're all on back order, so you may want to, if you're curious and you want to try to get one, I would email St. Mark's first, because they may have one or two in your size in stock still. So that might be a worthwhile thing rather than going and ordering directly from the website. So just wanted to get that out there. As I said, I'll leave a link below. And without any further ado, let's get these out of here and take a look at what we got. All right, so here they are. For the record, these should be an extra large. That is correct according to the tag. They did have some sizing. I was a little confused as to whether or not it'd be a large or an extra large, but I was on the cusp of large, so I opted to go with the extra large. It came nice enough to pad the in-between with paper. And here's the glove. It's leather here. It's some sort of synthetic material on the top and the fingers. The interior is leather. And there's some little dehydrating stuff in there. The band is leather here. And let's go ahead and put it on. Conveniently, I'm left-handed, and they have my I have my left-handed glove here. All right, so this they say that they break in fairly easily. I would say this does need a little bit of break in. It's a little stiff. Not that I can't move my fingers in it, but definitely I can feel the stiffness. I think for me the XL was a good size. My fingers are right up here. There are some plates that I can feel in the fingers. They don't feel quite as stiff as, let's say, a sparring glove. I have some concerns that my knuckle here, it doesn't feel like there's a plate there. But they do seem fairly heavily padded. It seems like there's a lot in the fingers themselves, like the first digit, second digit. I guess this is where my knuckles should be. So I guess on this first one it seems pretty good. Yep, now I can see where the plates are in here. But as I said, it's a little stiff. I think this would need some break in. I will put on the right glove as well. Yeah, it definitely feels tight. And yeah, I think these will definitely need some breaking in. I've heard the original Konings were a lot thicker and heavier and required a lot of break in, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I would definitely, if you were on the cusp of something, I would probably order larger rather than smaller on these. I can feel in some of my fingers the width, just getting them in is a little bit challenging. But I can move them, so I don't want to be like these are stuck in that position. And once again, this is kind of right out of the box. Let's go ahead and let's grab a long sword. So yeah, I seem to have some space in here. Not a huge ton. You can see my wrists are kind of together. This is the Drages Chablowski Fetter. But once again, I can move. As far as hits, yeah, I think I can feel more in the center fingers. Yeah, I felt. So these are longsword appropriate, but I definitely I think I'm gonna, when I do get to spar, I'm finding this knuckle right here. I'm really feeling that. I'm not feeling like there's a whole lot of protection there. So that's kind of a bummer. Once again, when I'm actually sparring, might be fine, but I'm feeling that one knuckle on my right index finger is not really getting the protection that I feel like it should have. As far as it's fit for other weapons, because I know everyone's going to ask, what does it feel like in a saber? Well, unfortunately, I don't have a saber. If someone at some point, one of my subscribers, wants to get me a saber so that I can do things with saber, then that's on them, but I'm not in a rush to do saber. I do have a side sword here. This is my Regenier. It's fairly small, so it's one of the smallest guards I have. And yeah, I can get my hand in here. So as long as I'm fingering it, it does actually fit in here. I won't say the grip is amazing, but I know people are asking, should I get Thox? Should I get these? Well, I got my finger in. After I get a chance to really practice with it, I could tell you if it's really effective, but I can fit it in there. Let's go ahead and try out a Regenier, a Meyer rapier. Oh yeah, once again, I can get that in there pretty easily. I think thumbing the guard is a little tricky though. The glove really doesn't allow me to lift up in that regard. So as long as you're going to hold it with a hammer grip, you're kind of fine. If you're really wanting to thumb the blade, probably not ideal. But once again, it could break in and that could change. Last but not least, a cup hilt rapier. This one's from Zen Warrior Armory. I can get in. I think that it probably gives less of a profile than the Gabriel did. And I can get 2 fingers in here, and it was actually kind of nice. So big win on glove for rapier, I think. I'm liking that. So once again, this is just my first impressions of these gloves. I literally just got them today, but I do know that people are interested. Some feedback is that the fingers are very snug. The padding on the front, the first part of your finger, pretty good. Kind of concerned where the actual knuckles go, that they're not being protected properly, at least the one knuckle that I was hitting. I think that could be a problem with these. And once again, might not. There are these little stretch points in there to help flex the fingers. And as this stretches out a little bit and sweat breaks in a little bit, I may feel differently about them. But the main thing was to get people some initial information. So as I said, these are 298 and change in euros, so in US dollars, a little over 300. They very nice in terms of the appearance. The leather seems very, very nice, high quality. They're fairly snug. I can feel that there is a lot of padding. My concern is where it is in terms of the hard plates inside the gloves themselves. And then once again, squeezing my hands is going to take a little while to really break in, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. They do seem to have a slim enough profile that I'm able to get most of my one-handed swords on, with some exceptions in terms of mobility of the thumb in the case where I want to finger the blade. As I said, with the Maya rapier, I had no problem getting my fingers around and in there, but when it came to kind of thumbing the blade, maybe with some break-in, but this is still on the edge of here. I can't kind of seem to get it on the thumb itself. So those are my initial thoughts. As I said, I will link these below if this is something that you are interested in. And I will do another more detailed review once I get the chance to really try them out. They're very new. I think most people are just getting theirs today or this week, so we'll probably see some other reviews coming out on them. Once again, my name is Ramirez. I'm with Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts. We're based out of Norfolk, Virginia. And if you are interested in our club and joining us in what we do, I'll leave a link to our club below. And once again, thank you all for watching, taking the time. I hope you'll like and subscribe. I have a lot of other reviews, and if you're left-handed, I have videos to help you as a left-handed HEMA fencer. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.